right. If anybody knows a Zach Vest, we have his wallet and ID up here. I'm going to pass the word around if anybody knows Zach. We'll keep making announcements for it. Must have been one heck of a night. They say they found it in the pits on the ground. So anybody knows Zach Vest? We have it up and announcing. If it's not claimed by today, it's going to go over to the registration trailer.
Did your daddy let you drive? Are you whiskey bent hellbound? Even though your mama tried. Did you cruise down a back road with your Dixieland line? Are you on the Chattahoochee on a barefoot blue jean night? Everybody got a small town anthem. Everybody got a story to tell. Everybody got a hallelujah. Everybody been through a little hell. When you're rolling down a two-lane highway and you turn your radio on, tell me which one is your baby? Yeah, what's your country song? Yeah, what's your country song? Do your exes live in Texas? Are you so lonesome you could cry? Are you heartbroken 'cause you know that ain't your truck in her drive? Are your friends all in low places underneath?
All right, good morning and welcome everybody out here to round number 2 here for the Great American Short Course Race Series, the SBC Fairgrounds, the lovely Victorville. I'm John Smanovitz, going to be joined alongside Dave Arnold for all the action this afternoon. Everybody tuning in at home, we appreciate you guys. A great introduction and rollout into the season opener just yesterday with round 1. Man, many of new faces joining us here throughout this new series. And lots to look forward to here throughout the 2021 series. And again, any information you guys will need, be sure you guys are following us on our social handles. GreatAmericanShortCourse.com/live if you guys want to tune in to the live feed. Maybe you want to send it out to your family members that weren't able to make it and or that were here yesterday and can't make the second day of racing. We're going to get ready to drop the green flag on our qualifying session here with our Razor 170s to open up here this beautiful day. So out on the track right now, the 104 of Aiden Aguilar with the 191 of Cassidy Walton, the 161 of Daxton Ruane, along with the 190 of Brianna Walton. Samuel Gibbs will be in the 115 machine with Jordan Skaggs, the 185. And then the Vale family, Luke Vale, the 152, and the 142 going to Owen Vale. Brixton Wirt in the 114 machine with the 145 of Dexter Warren. Jennifer Owens coming up in the podium yesterday in 3rd place and the 125 machine. And then Ian Torfey and your big winner, George Lamosis, the 188. And again, that was that driver we had been mentioning all morning long yesterday and through the afternoon, and certainly one to keep an eye on, and proved to be true as he took home the win with Ian Torfey and Jennifer Owens, their top 3 from yesterday's session. So qualifying going on right now. 3 laps will be the distance here, Dave.
Oh, yeah, these kids are so fast. You talked about George Lamosis, and I'll tell you, that kid is always one of the front runners in this class. Just like Torfey's become, and Owens. Both the Owens girls have always been very quick.
Yeah, both Jennifer and Jessie. Jessie landed on the podium in 3rd yesterday as well. So talented bunch of little girls there and chasing down these boys. But Ian Torfey, Lamosis got the best of Jennifer yesterday, but man, that could all change today.
Yeah, don't forget about Wirt and the Vale boys too. And I mean, man, they're quick also. Gibbs, Walton, Ruane.
There was a little love-hate relationship with the track yesterday.
Always the case, right?
For some of these young drivers, and again, we talked about it being anxious and just trying to get the season started. Man, a lot goes into it, and especially in a short period of time with what we've all kind of realized that this was coming into the new gas series, which has been well received, obviously, with over 130 entries on the weekend. And I think those numbers grew. We talked about it this morning with some of the late entries, some unfortunate rollover in some other dates with other series. But hey, you know where they ended up?
You know what? Some of them
right here.
just raced yesterday. They came back here to race here. So I think that's pretty cool. They all want to be involved with gas.
So it looks like Lamos is going to be coming through here, the 188 machine. The stars and bars. All right, so as we come up, the Razor 170 is your quick time so far. The 188 was Lamosis, again, with Owens now in that 2 spot. Torfy, we'll see what the inversion is. Okay, so the inversion is 6. So Luke Vale and Aiden Aguilar.
Ooh, Luke's going to make up there. That's awesome.
We'll jump into that front spot, and I think this is the same instance that we saw yesterday with George falling back into that 6th spot, but
I feel bad
able
for
to come
Owen.
through.
Owen's just 1 spot away from getting it, but Luke got it.
Yeah, great bit of driving right there early in our qualifying session with Lamosis. Owens coming in that 3rd spot with Torfy 102, followed in by Dexter Warren. Aiden Aguilar, your top 5, and then it looks like this: Luke Vale, Owen Vale, Brixton Wirt, Samuel Gibbs, the 115 right there in 9th, and 10th going to Jordan Skaggs with Cassidy Walton, Brianna Walton, rounding out the field, your top 12.
Well, there it is.
Well, we saw yesterday wasn't such a problem starting from 6th for George, and came through the field. I think we saw him come through the field in the first 2 laps.
He was a quick qualifier, then went back up and then won it again. So, yeah, somebody's got to find the formula for George. RTL Traffic Junior 2 carts are out on the. You got G3 out there, Aguirres. You got Olive Hoover, Woody Martin, see Owens, you got Jaden St. Minder, Benites. You got both of them out there. That'll be Bryson and Dominic. Bryson's in the 416, Dominic in the 411. Irie Bailey. We got, let's see, the 485 is going to be Travis Jones. We've got the 420 of Ashton Williams, Megan Starr, and the 428. So when they come by here, there's the 48 of Olive Hoover just came by again. Mikey Childress, little Mikey, the 484. 49, Truly Adams, and Lake Adler. Fresh off a UTV race here to the dirt and short course.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, Dave. New qualifying protocol, so no longer a 5-minute session. I know that kind of was, gave a little bit more of a breather for these drivers going out there and knowing they still had the 5 minutes. They can get their laps in, basically under a minute. And now 3 laps. You got to come out firing.
Yeah, you got to go.
Yeah, it's go time. This isn't MotoGP coming around waiting for that final lap to squeeze in and set the pole.
All right,
it's like,
what this guy get? What that guy get? No, you got to get out there and you got 3 laps to do it.
You really do. So these things got to be warmed up. They got to be firing and ready to rip in this qualifying session. Again, this isn't just for our little guys here. It's 3 laps for everyone.
Yep. And Brody Martin right now with a quick time out there with a 51.510. Shaden Minder with a 51.864. Then G3, Aguirres in the 51.890. Looks like Dominic Benitez. See, sitting 4th. Right behind him, Bryson, his brother. That's very cool. So Martin, Minder, Aguirres, Dominic, and Bryson Benitez, 4 and 5. Olive Hoover just moves up into that set quick. Olive throwing down a 51.8. That's a young lady that's really progressed. So cool to see these kids when they first start and, figuring out. I mean, I've seen kids go backwards on the track to being like champions. So that's what I'm really stoked to see, just how these kids just progress.
Yes, Dave.
So it's going to be Brody Martin, Dominic Benitez, Jaden St. Minder, Olive Hoover, and George Aguirres, G3. Let's see what the inversion is going to be here. So once again, Brody Martin, top qualifier. Once again, Brody Martin, top qualifier. Benitez, that would be Dominic, and then Jaden St. Minder, Olive Hoover. G3, what do we got? Good numbers? Versions 4, so that's going to put Olive Hoover up on the pole. Benitez and Martin go back.
All right, so pushing out the one of the newer classes that we're seeing here, the Youth 1000 UTV drivers. Carly Sechrist, Cole Gamma, the 95 with the 15 of Chaden Zane Minder. And again, we only saw, what, 3 finish the day yesterday? Two actually.
And I think there's only 3 out there now.
Yeah, you're right. Drake Matag, your big winner yesterday, the 18 machine, followed in by Chaden Zane Minder. Having a good time out there. And man, purpose-built, ready to rip these guys.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool. RS1's just a great platform. A lot of these kids are driving and normally, and seeing the youth class, love it.
Yeah, it's all the graduation phases. That's what we talked about with the junior twos and the mod carts. And so that's really what this series is built on, getting these young guys to advance to those next levels. There's so many different classes, 18 different classes that we're offering here, broken down into 14 races.
Yep.
So great job on behalf of the timing and scoring team, the wonderful staff and crew here that Dave, Lee, and Poppy have assembled to, make this thing. It's a new series, really. Fundamentally, it's a new series. And so with that,
It's fresh, it's new. It's got that new car smell. Get on the gas. All right, it looks like they're going to bring him around one more time here. The Pace UTV still on the track. Really, those things are just as wide as the the normal XPs, but the RS1's it's single cockpit. It's kind of like riding an Indy car, Formula 4. Open cockpit.
Yeah, it was really great because,
Single-seater.
man, the camera team had those onboards mounted in there.
Oh.
Such great perspective and what that's like.
And the drones. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, tremendous feedback on that. I would say that was probably the most popular thing that everybody complimented on was the drone footage and how close they could get. And not only that, the different view aerially, what we could see that you typically wouldn't be able to see.
Yep.
Line choices, how the track kind of develops, and how they're taking those turns. So yeah, very cool.
Absolutely agree with you, John, on that. And it looks like they should let him loose this next time by. They're just letting the last of the maintenance on the track there finish up.
It looked like throwing down a little bit of more moisture here in the morning because this is how the day is going to develop, the amount of water they're able to get in, and the track is phenomenal condition. They did a great job throughout the evening, the early morning here. And again, these guys are literally up here 4 a.m. doing track maintenance. So, man, lots of time and energy going into this. So
Kelvin out there, usually he's out there at the crack of dawn. He said he prefers it. It's the old thing, you have to deal with less people.
Only deal with less people. So here we go. Looks like we're going to get this thing started. Our Youth 1000 UTV drivers coming to the flag stand now. The Optima Batteries green flag is out, and we're under qualifying now. 3 laps the distance.
All right, Matag goes by, Minder goes by, and Gamma, Cole Gamma. All right, this is going to start setting some times as Matag comes by. 57.44 for Matag. Minder throws a 57.329. Only the first time on the clock here. That'll be lap 1, 2 to go. Get 2 more chances, John.
Yeah, that's it, and you'll see they're really going to pick up to speed right now this next lap around, so we'll see those numbers certainly drop from the 57 mark. But great little run here so far with that 57.329 with Minder. So I know Minder trying to tag along on Matag, trying to catch lines. I think it's a growing phase coming into this new truck and new car, so should be good here for Minder.
Well, heck, Chaden's been like racing everything lately. All the different classes.
That's what talking about, that extra track time.
Spends a lot of time in the iRacing simulators. A lot of these young drivers have. I actually think it's paid off because it really teaches the kids. And Elliot Watson, who was up here yesterday helping us, really touched on it. Teaches you throttle control. If anything, it's throttle control. And of course, you have force feedback on the steering, so you can actually feel, if your lines are wrong. Get that shake.
So there you go, Matag taking home that fast time this last time by, 56.420 for Matag with a 57.906 out of Minder. So
let's see if Minder can answer back.
Yeah, see if we can drop those numbers here this next time by. Again, white flag is out. Gamma, a 101.160. Again, Carly Seacrest, unfortunately, not able to join us after, I think, some issues yesterday mechanically.
So let's see, Drake drops down to a 55.730. Chaden St. Minder drops to a 56.937. And Gamma with a 59.776. Let's see if he could better it. And there's Cole coming by. And does not better his time. So it's going to be Drake Matag, Minder, and Gamma. That's how it rolls. All right, as we move along, it's going to be the AM Ortega Junior Ones. Travis Jones with Stonehall. We got Chase Berry, Drew Salgado, Samuel Gibbs, Logan Meehan, Luke Berry, Drake Maxwell, Brixton Wirt, and Jacob Hanger. Oh, the drone boys are out working hard again in the 6 shots. Love how they have the 4 different screens set up here during qualifying, so we see different places on the track, different views. All right, here they go on the clock. Jones, Hall, Berry, Salgado, Gibbs, Meehan, Berry, Maxwell, Wirt, and Hanger. All right, this next time along, they should start popping them on. All right, Jones setting the times here, 56.230, but look at Stone Hall with a 56.280. Chase Berry with a 57.428. Let's see who's going to trigger it here next.
Yeah, great run here out of Travis Jones as well. Yesterday, taking his first overall win, main event win. So great to see Travis. Some of that success here early on in the season, the 285 machine.
As they roll through here. Love seeing that little mini Cops car out there, the Meehan's. Part of the Cops racing team, you know.
Our next qualifying session, we'll go to our mini stocks. That'll be qualifying session number 5.
Legit. This is totally legit here for sure with Stone Hall now going with a quick time. Travis Jones. Looks like Chase Berry still holding on to third. Jacob Hangers moved up to fourth. And looks like Brixton Wirt now up to fifth. Luke Berry sixth. Look at Meehan up to seventh. Drew Salgado eighth. Samuel Gibbs ninth. And Drake Maxwell sitting in the 10th position.
Should be seeing the 229 of Hall coming through here. And Jones up into the top spot, the 285 machine. Comes the 229 of Hall, so unfortunately, bad lap there for Hall, but Jones still sitting in the 55.940, so he's quick time so far.
Another beautiful day up here in Victorville and San Bernardino County Fairgrounds here. A great time yesterday racing. Such a cool deal. Round number one's in the books. Now it is the Chase to the Championship. 8 rounds is going to make up the total here to crown a champion.
Yeah, and you always want to maximize those number of points you can leading out of this round, because we do have such a gap between now and our round number 2 out at Glen Helen on April 23rd.
I'm sorry, April 23rd.
So yeah, makes it certainly all that more important to put down, gain as many points as you can heading into this little downtime that we're going to see. Yeah, so again, these will be, May 22nd.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute, I
sorry.
think it's May. I'm like, wait, is it May or April?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I was going to say we're going to race in 2 weeks. I'm up for it.
Yeah, so May 22nd, 23rd, that'll be at Glen Helen, the famed hills of Glen Helen Raceway, San Bernardino. October 9th and 10th. We're going to head up northwest, the Wild West Motorsports Park in Reno, Nevada.
Oh, a 6. Oh, boy.
We've been seeing lots of those here.
Yeah. She didn't ask for help from the man above. So the Jones Fabrication, Travis Jones pulls the 6. So that means Brixton Wirt is going to go up to the front row with Jacob Hanger. And Travis Jones and Stone Hall will be going to 6 and 5. Everybody else stays the same. Kind of does nothing for you in a diversion when you're like the second and third car, because you guys are third and fourth, I'm sorry. Everyone just kind of flip-flops behind around you.
Yeah, it's not such a distant throw from 6th to 1st.
Yeah, exactly. Where'd you move? Nowhere. Is he version 6? Where'd you move? Nowhere.
So again, May 22nd and 23rd for rounds 3 and 4, so a little over a month from now. And then rounds 5 and 6, again, we're going to head over to the Wild West Motorsports Park in Reno, Nevada. Again, now that'll be October 9th and 10th. And then the final rounds, rounds 7 and 8, November 13th and 14th at Glen Helen Raceway. So we'll be back there for the championship, and always a great host for those final rounds. The entire team, Gas, and man, they know how to do it. Just like last night, we had a wonderful time, little communal little gathering of tacos and some cold beverages of choice.
And some good music.
Great music.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
It was great to get everybody out, feed their...
It's our big extended family, and I love it.
Yeah, they've done a great job about that, and I think anybody who understands that, great way to replicate, especially if you're running an operation like this, and great way to bring everybody together. So again, we want to thank the Gas team for that last night, very complimentary. And then, man, it looks like, again, we're going to have the mini stock coming up next, the 94 Kip Michaels. Aaron Bruno going to be joining us, along with the 36 of Anthony Chusey, the big winner yesterday with Wardrip, Rob Orr, Varello, David Smith, Aubrey Wardrip, and Patrick Monahan. Going to be rounding out that field here in the next group sitting and staging now.
Yeah, looks a little water thrown down, and we're back here. We're qualifying here for the Great American Shortcourse Series. All right, here they come around. We should, hopefully we're going to see the UTV pull off the track. He's hauling the mail for sure to get out of their way. He's got Kip's big Pro 4 ones come running up him. He'd just be a speed bump.
Well, mini stock, along with our open V8 Ultra 4 drivers out on the track right now, Dave, for qualifying session.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this drone footage up in the right-hand corner, the Jumbotron, if you folks are watching here. And it's just awesome watching it. Nichols hauling the mail. coming across that stripe. But it's Choosy, Venegas, and Michaels, the top 3 in their classes. That'd be the mini stocks, the Ultra 4 Open V8, and mini Open.
Yeah, Choosy having a great drive yesterday coming out here. Also, Rob Ward getting on the podium. Great run from him. Venegas, of course. Kip Michaels.
Monahan's in second in his division or third. Oh, look at this. We're up to second now in the mini stocks.
Yeah, it looks like the 17 of Moises Varela coming to a slow here in the final corner. We're on the white flag now, so we should be seeing the checkered flag dropping here in just a few moments. Not sure if we are. We're going to go to a caution, so caution is out.
Clock again. Choosy. Venegas and Michaels. Orr sitting second. Smith sitting third. Monahan fourth. Wardrop and Varela, and then Audrey Wardrop sitting seventh.
Yeah, in the final lap right now, so it's all got to come down as it looks like we will see this checkered flag drop this time by here. These two drivers, so Venegas and Choosy coming down to the finish now. So 103.208, that final lap by for Anthony. So you see him in that top spot actually as Orr comes through. Minute mark, so the quickest time right there out of Rob Orr. So Orr coming in second yesterday.
That is correct. Now he's got the top spot so far. See if anybody can steal it from him. But there's only one more. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Michael still has the fastest lap of them all. He's in the 52s, Venegas in the 57s, and Orr's in the minute. So you can see the open versus the stock. And then you can just see a all-out Pro 4 race truck.
Yeah, no, it's good with the mini open too. It's like that middle separator at the 57 mark. To your point, the 52 out of Michael's 57, and then a minute. So all very evenly spaced out between those 3 different classes.
Correct. So the inversion is 2. So that means in the mini stocks they'll invert. Looks like Orr and Choosy will swap spots.
It's going to be a good race.
Yeah. I know they're buds, but boy, they always go for it.
All right, so qualifying session number 6 is going to be coming up midway through our qualifying session here with our limited buggies, the 382 of Gunnar Kennedy, 336 of Kyle Knott, along with the 388 of Steve Lang, 368 of Darren Sefton, John Fitzgerald, the 312, Evan Bradford, the 305, Shane Prescott, the 328, along with Greg Pearson, the 311, the 1661 of Joe Whiteley, Kent Rothringer, Carson Smith, and the 1601 of Kevin Street, rounding out our 1600 Desert Buggy class.
Great to see John Fitzgerald out here, multi-time champion of the Midwest, as well as here on the West Coast, representing the old national tour. So it's Gunnar Kennedy. So I'll come by there, Kyle Knott, Sefton, John Fitzgerald, Bradford, Prescott, Pearson. Those are all limited buggies. Then we got Whiteley, Lothinger, Smith, and Streety. They're desert bugs. And of course, every one of these things was developed, of course, using parts from a Class 11, or the old bugs. So it's kind of like the history. So everything came from those. Hence the original Baja bugs. I so hope they have more people show up for that in Class 11 again. That was such a cool race.
Yeah, that was a ride. And we talked about it. There's with the mini stock being what I feel would be such a competitive race for that. I would think that hopefully we would see some more of those Class 11s.
Yep.
See quite a bit of mini stock class drivers.
So we'll have to do a challenge cut between the mini stocks and the Class 11s.
I think it would be super cool, something to look forward to, but again, something to grow to. Another new class here that we're developing within the Great American Shortcourse Series, powered by our friends at Optima Batteries. Man, it's going to be an exciting year. We're just getting started with round number 2 here of an 8-round series.
And don't forget to find it in your favorite six-pack shape, whether it's red, blue, or yellow, to fit your needs. The quickest starting power. Optima Batteries.
looking at our 1600 buggy class. Kent Loffringer, the 1683, sitting in that top spot, 59.941. So looking good there. Actually, only Desert Buggy dropping in below that minute mark, followed in by Carson Smith, Joe Whiteley, and Kevin Streety. We missed Kevin Streety actually on the podium yesterday.
Yep.
He went back and said, you know what? Not sure where I was, but I'm okay. Don't worry about it, John. Just let him know I love him.
I guess I'll be up there tomorrow.
And our limited buggy, Gunnar Kennedy, big win yesterday over Kyle Knott, Steve Lang sitting in third. There's Evan Bradford. I know Bradford had some mechanical issues yesterday too, unfortunately. So always has a cheering squad here at each and every round. So keep an eye out for the 305, along with Steve Lang, the 388, Greg Pearson,
There's Gunnar Kennedy just came
Darren Sefton. So Sefton was the other driver that there was a little bit of some confusion in if he was going to make it, but or if he was on the podium.
You know how cool is I see a lot of these limited buggy drivers have the General Tires on them. They have General Tire stickers, which is really cool to see. Love that. The General Tires help those guys out quite a bit. And for like a good entry level class, it's pretty cool to have a big tire manufacturer stand behind them. And I know Jimmy Whitesole, sponsored by General Tire, and he was on the podium yesterday. So checkered flag should be out. There we go. So far, Knott, Smith, and Bradford, the top three. And then in the Desert Buggies, it looks to be, I'm confused here.
It looks like
Whiteley?
Whiteley just took it.
Joe.
And then Carson Smith and Ken Lothringer. Streety just off the pace just a little bit, 1601 machine comes by.
So cool. Kent Company, Air Force builds all those awesome chassis. He really does a great job prepping all those cars for these guys, getting them all set up. And it's great to see him back racing again too.
Yeah, great to have him out here. I know he's such a good friend with all these drivers, and him and Kevin Streety, definitely great buddies. So,
Yep.
Man, always takes a good partner in crime sometimes.
Good group of dudes.
But Whiteley sitting on that top spot, so a good run from Joe. Coming out of retirement 6 times over now.
He'll never retire. All right, coming up next, the Weller Racing SR1s. All right, as they roll on out here, we got Dustin Nelson, Jason Weller, Matt Land, Dallas Nord, Corey Weller, Steve Webster, Nick Peary, and looks like Josh Bergman, Daryl Gibson, Greg Baum, Ronald Rosepeiler, and who the heck is this Paul O'Brien guy? Boy, did he maybe eat my words years ago. Everybody knows his name. No, don't you? Yep. across, starting to get on the clock now. 3 laps make up the distance here once again.
Yeah, so these drivers right under speed right now as Dustin Nelson, our big winner yesterday, with Jason Weller in second, Matt Land joining alongside them on the podium in the 91 machine. From there, it's Nord, Corey Weller out here joining us. We'll look for Scott Webster, Nick Perry, Josh Bergman, Daryl Gibson, Greg Baum, Ronnie Roseviller, and Paul O'Brien.
Who the heck is this Paul O'Brien guy? It was kind of funny because he came out the first time and he raced years and years ago now. And he just went out and smoked everybody. And I knew everybody in the UTV room. He was, coming up from Arizona, came to California, and just smoked all the favorites. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? Who the heck? And it turned out, man, what a great guy. Loved the whole family. They got that good little group with the Wellers and Dallas, Nord, they all hang out in that area. And of course, Webster's too. Scott, just awesome, his wife. Love that family. But Paul, awesome. And a big supporter of the series too. And of course, looking to get some stuff done, some signage done up, the Silent Signs, Paul O'Brien. Love how he supports the industry.
So already we're seeing that white flag out for these drivers. Nelson still at the top spot. Just 3/10 off is Weller, that's Jason Weller. Dallas North to 74, Paul O'Brien in your 4th spot. And Corey Weller now jumping up into the top 5. So that drops Land back into the 6th position.
Well, and of course, now we're halfway through our qualifying program. As this number 7 of 14 gets ready to come to a close.
Oh, look at that. The leaderboard just changed.
Uh-oh.
So Weller now finds himself in that top qualifying position with the 51.193 this last time by. So, man, almost into this 52nd range there for Weller Racing. Entry of Jason Weller.
Nord comes across here, so it's Weller, Nelson, and Nord. Top 3, O'Brien 4th, Weller 5th, Corey. 6 is Matt Land. You got to wonder if Coach Liz is thinking the pressure's probably off of her. Let's see. I'll let Corey or someone else pick it.
So Paul O'Brien comes through and he will stay flat in the same position in 4th. So it looks like this: Jason Weller, Dustin Nelson, Dallas Nord, the 74, your top 3, followed in by Paul O'Brien, Corey Weller, Matt Land, the 91, who was a podium driver yesterday in the 3rd spot, and then the 42 of Webster, Perry, Bergman, Roseviller, Baum, and Gibson, the 41.
All right, let's see what we got here. No whammies, little numbers. And the pick.
6.
It's a 6. Seems to be a popular number with the SR1s. Liz is like, thank God it wasn't me.
Yeah, it's Land up in the front.
So it's going to be Corey Weller and Land to the front row. Matt Land's going to get the pole position. O'Brien and Nord will stay still the sandwich and the filler in between. And of course, Weller Nelson moving back again. Deja vu all over again.
And Dave and I were just talking about the Silex sign support that we see here throughout the series, and here we have the Silex signs mod carts for qualifying session number 8. So 3 laps again will be the distance. John Walls, Drake Battetti, Ryder Palmer, the 567 with the 501 of Dane Culver. The 560 of Ryan Denny going to be joined alongside Cade Martin, the 507 machine with the 511 of Talon Martin. Holden Heitritter, the 512 entry. The 590 of Trey Eggleston with the 577 of Ethan Ebert. Braden Shiramani, the 573, and the 528 of Connor Berry rounding out the field right there as we get ready to go under green.
Birdie, birdie, birdie. Here we go. Green, green, green. All right, get him on the. Let's see, you got Connor Berry there, Jeremiah, Ethan Ebert, Trey Eggleston, Holden Heitritter, Talon Martin, Cade Martin. We got Ryan Denny, Dane Culver. We got Ryder Palmer, Drake Battetti, and looks like John Walls. Just looking out to see how many drivers. It's so funny. I'm looking at all these names, and every Wednesday night we do Connor Berry's put together the iRacing short course stuff on iRacing, and all these names are the same kids that I'm seeing in there, and a few from some other classes, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, you got to keep those skills tightened up, and
yeah.
of course, man, it's got to be a pastime, right? There's got to be something, and
Yeah.
I'm sure, shoot, there's no real stick and ball sports even available to play now. I think they're just getting started. So, and again, these guys are motorheads, man. They're gassers, dude. They're not.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to play T-ball.
Yeah, these kids during quarantine were living on that thing. See, I see celebrity sightings there. We got Hot Sauce down there, Darren Hardesty. What's up, Darren? Mason Prater, see him in the house too. He was actually winner for the iRacing short course. So times now are starting to pop up here. It's Braden Chiramani. Oh, Connor Berry, the CBR driver, just took the top spot.
Yeah, I saw Ricky G too.
Yeah,
G-Man.
the G-Man, yeah.
Doing it.
He'll be at one of them. He's going to do a lot of the Midwest Series, but he's going to be trying to make some of the gas events. Family wants to support it. So Holden Heitritter goes up to second place. Connor Berry still in the top qualifying position. Braden Chiramani holding on to third. Cade Martin fourth. Trey Eggleston fifth. Talon Martin sitting in the sixth position. Behind him's Ethan Ebert with Ryan Denny, Dane Culver, Ryder Palmer, John Walls, and it looks like Drake Battetti in the 12th position. And
The checkered falls right there, dude.
yeah, Connor just bettered his time to see anybody can knock him off. So the CBR driver up on top, Connor Berry. I'm going to put a sponsor also iRacing short course for him. Holden Heitritter.
Just coming up a little bit short there.
Yep.
But Cade Martin doesn't as he betters himself,
Ooh.
jumps into the number 2 spot with a 54.284 over Heitritter.
And the last lap, too.
Waiting on Braden right here. Currently in the 4th, so let's see where this puts him. to the checkered flag.
So it's going to be Connor Berry, Cade Martin, Holden Heitritter, Braden Chiramani. And it looks like Trey Eggleston's going to be 5th, Dane Culver 6th, Talon Martin 7th, Ethan Ebert 8th, Ryan Denny's 9th, Ryder Palmer 10th, John Walls 11th, and Drake Patetti in 12th. So let's see what the pick's going to be here. All right, low numbers, no whammies. All the pressure's on you, Mom. That's been the typical look from everybody. Oh, 6! So, 6. Oh, man. That's going to be rough. So that's going to mean Dane Culver and Trey Eggleston. They're not going to complain because they're going to the front row. Connor Berry and Cade Martin going back to row number 3. And, of course, Holden and Braden Chiramani get to hang out in that second row. All right, here we go. It's time for the production Turbo UTV. We got Chance Haugen out there, Bronco Dan Kelly. Looks like Kevin Walsh. I know Corey Weller unfortunately said that she won't be out there in her production Turbo. Apparently, unfortunately, mechanical issues. But Lance Root's going to be out there, Choa, and Mackey. So I was just looking down there in the grandstands, and it looks like the who's who of the old trophy cart world. Back in the day, I see Watson, Hardesty, Prater, Knupp. They're all sitting down there. Oliver Golding. The dirty half dozen. Used to be the trophy cart mafia. One of them moved on to be a multi-champion pro buggies. One's a champion mod cards. One's racing pro light now.
All right, so a talented group indeed up here in the grandstands, and another talented group out on the track right now for our production Turbo UTVs.
Chance Haugen looking to see if he can sweep the weekend here.
Yeah, man, he was looking fast yesterday as well. Unfortunately, with Weller going out on a mechanical, didn't get to show some of the speed that she had. But yeah, Chance certainly sitting in that top spot right now with Kelly Walsh out there. Corey Weller again won't be joining us. Lance Root, Anthony Ochoa, and James Mackey rounding out the field right here. Our production Turbo UTV, 3 laps the distance.
So I was talking to Lance Root. He had a production 1000 one time just like that. He got it now into the Turbo. It used to be Andy Ives who used to race the National Series. Of course, that was one of the Walker Evans built machines. They're always quick. But Chance, though, man, this kid is really coming into his own. And they're on the clock.
Yeah, I was talking to his mom yesterday, so about 6 weeks out from being a high school graduate.
Hard to believe.
Parents said they're going to kick him out.
It's like all our old trophy cart kids.
Like, you're 18, son.
Yeah. You know, they're all graduating college now. And what do I think I had? Bradley Morris bought me a beer in Crandon. He's 21 now. You know, it's just crazy to think.
Yeah, I saw Chelsea down there too. So Chelsea Haugen,
Yeah, I saw
not joining us here racing, but she's here supporting the brother.
Saw Chelsea yesterday and Mom Trish. Saw Don, Dad walking up. I like Don's jacket. I want to go steal his jacket. I think it's pretty pimp.
The speed that Chelsea has, they was probably rubbing off on the Owens girls. So Jesse and Jennifer were hanging out with her. So
Oh, awesome.
yeah, talking strategy, and they both got in third. So
That's good.
must have worked.
Yep.
It's a good conversation.
Incredible female racers that we have come out through this program. I mean, look at Haley Deegan. She came from off-road, baby. That's what I like to say, and that's one story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you're spot on with that story. She certainly has, and putting a good name out there. It's great to see her kind of stand alone, and man, gonna be one of the best for sure.
I mean, honestly, you know how many people that came out off-road that have done the NASCAR? I mean, I'm going back to Jimmy Johnson even. Of course,
Right.
Robbie Gordon came from and went to NASCAR. You know,
Well, you see the roots where it's going from with Jimmy Johnson now going into open wheel. You know.
yep.
So again, that's where they start.
Jeff Ward, he did motorcycles, went to IndyCar, did some NASCAR, still racing motorcycles.
The Ward spot, dude, down on the beach in what, Newport?
Yep.
Oh man,
Yep.
pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
That's a life right there.
Yeah, he's on Lido Island.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, just to say Lido Island.
They won't let me in the Lido.
Yeah.
So Chance was your quick time here, the
How about Sheldon Creed?
51.406.
Sheldon Creed with a ARCA championship and a NASCAR truck championship.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Right. Pretty wild.
And of course, that's with the Ortega and Cheromani family, all cousins and grandfather. And so awesome. So it's Chance Haugen. Boy, I'm gonna take that right off Don's back. That jacket's pretty pimp. He didn't hear me. He's ignoring me. What was the number you pulled? What's the inversion? All right, well, I'm not it's already changed. Can't get the inversion now. All right, it was 2. All right, it's time for production 1000 pulling out there. Dallas Nord, Billy Nickel. We got Braden Beatty, Jim Price, Kirsten Hernandez, Tim Roberts. And looks like we got Alec Hoffman, Sienna Price. How about that? Abby Keys, Haley Perez. We got Cody Hoxton, Braden Cheromani, Joe Collinsworth, Chad Williams, Drake Matag, James Jarmio. $16 cars. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, there's some little controversy yesterday.
Yeah, look, it sounded like some people were a little disgruntled. There was a little Rubbins racing going on.
Someone throwing elbows.
Might have caught one to the lip. Didn't put a good taste in his mouth, but man, it's a competitive class, and there's a lot of them out there.
Dude, 16 cars, or am I not seeing James or Hoffman?
Yeah, no, and they were entirely right. Yeah, we certainly don't want to see a bash show and people breaking their stuff. That's not how we want to do it out here. So, hey, they let it be known, and we'll see if it gets corrected today. Sometimes it's better just to run out front by yourself, then you don't have to deal with them.
That's usually my plan.
Run away.
Run away. Run and hide. I let everybody fight it out behind me. What's that Red Bull commercial when the two deer or the two antelope walk up to the bush and they see the lion, and then the one antelope drinks the Red Bull? He goes, "What'd you do that for?" He says, "Well, I just got to be quicker than you."
Yeah.
It's kind of like Production 1000. It's what makes me think of that every time.
We'll have to tell Dallas that one.
Wow, what a killer shot there as the drone dropped down below the jump and we saw vehicles jumping over the top. That was sick.
Looks like I missed that one, Dave. White flag is out. We're on our final lap here, Dave, for our
Yep.
production 1000. It's Shiramani at the front right now, as we saw yesterday. Braden Beatty, Chad Williams, Billy Nichols, also one of our podium drivers from yesterday afternoon. Looking for Dallas Nord.
He is sitting 10th.
I think
He's like
off track now.
he's like 2 seconds off. Something went wrong.
He's pulled off.
And watching the drone fly right over the top of these two cars that are battling as they come down across the stripe. They're very cool. How about Beatty? Look at that. Top qualifier right now. Braden Chiramani. Looks like Billy Nichols.
So it sounds like Dallas is going to need a tow, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, so a tow going out for Dallas Nord. Not how we wanted to see it and not what we were just talking about, right?
Yeah, did he have his AAA card on him?
And likely one of our furthest traveled drivers in the bunch. Or some of them, not the furthest, but
That
close
actually
to.
ties in real well because USAC is the American Automobile Club. So, yeah. Or United States Automobile Club. Let's get a tow. All right, look at this, John. Back to the Class 11s.
Yeah, it looks like we're missing one, but hey, still fun going on right now. S11's qualifying session number 11. Ryan Rodriguez, the number 1191 machine with the 1159 of Brian Crofts. Tim Sletton, the 1103, and Jesse Harden, the 1130.
Of course, Rodriguez, the big winner from yesterday.
Yeah, he was having fun. He had quite the crew down there too as well.
How about Harden yesterday? You think they popped all those dents out of that bug, started punching the roof? Punch Bucky, red, white, and blue?
Dude, American Spirit coming around right now.
A few dents still. It looks fine.
Looks like it gives him air induction, that's all.
They're just working with the aerodynamics. They went back and did some wind tunnel tests in that thing.
Yeah, they were super racy yesterday, man. This was some of the best racing I think that we've seen in some time.
Well, they're so equal.
And we said it, that the pairing that would be with the mini stock is it's quite comparable, and so it's cool. It's the extension of that, I feel like, and again, to you said, the point of entry is so easy in this class, you know.
Absolutely. You know, it's crazy. This class has become so popular. Just trying to find a Class 11 now is next to impossible. It's like finding some of the parts, because I mean, every toy in places where we could play has pretty much gone or gone up in price ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true. Some of that nostalgia. Everybody wants a little piece of it. So as we're on our final lap right now, white flag is out. Lap rider.
All right, here we go. It's going to be Rodriguez, Crofts, Slayton, and Harden. So awesome. Love seeing those bugs out there. I mean, it's really just, you really go back to it, and that's where it really all started, with the bug. That platform is evolved into what we have today. All right, next up, SoCal Fleet Services Pro Buggy. It's time for Pro Buggy. I see Darren Hardesty and Elliot Watson are going, I wish I was out there. I wish I was out there. I see all this Pro Buggy for sale, guys. Go grab it. Elliot says he'll clean it again. All right, they're going to start getting on the clock here very shortly when they come around. Looks like Brisca is going to set the time, the set. And there it is, first one on the clock. Not too shabby, John.
Yeah, 50.012. 51, so I think we'll see some of the slower times here in this first lap, obviously getting up to speed. But yeah, great one for Trevor Brisca here early on.
And I want to welcome all the folks that are tuning in for a little qualifying at home on the Great American Shortcourse.com, as well as Facebook. We'll have later today, but also Ultra 4. And of course, this is all powered by Optima batteries, the quickest starting time and most powerful in any battery. So it's Dale Eberts, Trevor Brisca, Matt Brister, Zach Drapkin, Lorenzo Bonacci, Trey Gibbs, Brady Whitlock, Gunnar Kennedy, John Curran, and Mark Zimmer, and not making the call.
Yeah, one driver we didn't see much of yesterday was Matt Brister. Coming to some issues in our first round as the 5 machine, the Monkey, sits in the 4th position.
Yeah, that thing had a flat tire when we left last night, had a flat tire this morning. I guess we're like, all right, I guess we're going to qualify, we'll throw a tire on it. A little frustrated yesterday, usually seemed a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We didn't get to say much about him, so hopefully we'll be able to turn that around here today.
And I like talking about Matt.
Yeah, still Brisca at the top though. Dale Eberts looking good with a 50.364, so about 3/10 off of our leader here in our early qualifying, with Gibbs in 3rd. Brister still that 4th spot. Brady Whitlock in the 5th.
And look at this, Trevor Brisca, he got into the 49.68 or 603, the only one. It looks like everybody else, though, like 1/10 of a second, 1/10 of a second, 2/10 of a second separating. So very close. All right, Clint, no whammies, low numbers. All the pressure's on you, buddy. I'm going to say that's a 6. Was that a 6 by the reaction? It had to be. There's been a lot of 6s pulled today. So that means Zach Trapkin, Brady Whitlock, what? Going to the front row, what? All right, coming up next, the Pro Lights.
All right, we're under green here with the Optima batteries. Green flag, Maddox Bailey joining us here. Christopher Pavardi coming in second yesterday. Weitzel in third with Eder, Eggleston, Maximilian Pinto, the 17 with Nathan Barry, the 75 also of Bronson Chiramani, and then Hugo Reyes, the third in the number 92 machine.
So yeah, these new paint schemes are looking pretty awesome here. Like Weitzel's new scheme on
Yeah,
there.
Pavardi's truck is
Pavardi's trucks plural. Love that like digital camo with I don't know, the reds, the whites with the Ford blue logo. And,
yeah, that Ford blue emblem, that thing just says it all right there, right?
and then how about Maddox's too? He's got the blue, the gray, and the black. See that gray separator? That's pretty cool also. There's
Doesn't matter how good the truck looks, if you ain't gassing it
Yep.
up, buddy.
There's Hugo's. Goes by 92.
Oh, the 94 up and over.
Oh no!
Bicycling there for just that short little bit, and unfortunately it looked like it caught edge and end over in there for that beautiful truck. Unfortunately for Christopher Pavardi, it'd be in a bit of a scramble to get him back out here for our main event. So we'll get our safety team over there, get that vehicle flipped over.
It's a Droff, not a Ford. Did you read it upside down and backwards? Well, they're going to go ahead and get our safety crew out there, get it hooked up, get them right-sided, rubber side down. You know, that's one of the cool things about these things having the Optima batteries are gel-filled. When you flip them over like a regular lead-acid battery, those things drip, spill, you ain't going to have that problem with an Optima battery.
Yeah, and that Ford right there, equipped with the Optima battery.
Yep, so if you flip it, you roll it, you shake it, you burn it, you get it hot, you get it cold, you're still going to start. I can say Brody Eggleston saying, that wasn't me, because he's in the other Paul Vardy truck. So once again, I want to thank all the folks tuning in, watching qualifying here for the Great American Short Course Series, powered by Optima batteries. We are getting down to the last two classes for qualifying. Fortunately, one of the drivers having an issue. Caution flag is, but I have a confident they're going to get him righted back out, and we'll see him racing in the main event. And we got some great sponsors that make this all possible.
We certainly do, Dave, and obviously you said it, powered by Optima batteries,
Correct.
an amazing sponsor and partner here. But man, all of your supplies and anything that you're going to need for all your friends, members of your family, everything, you can get it all at ORW.
That's right. If you want to get your truck set up like these guys here, ORW will do it.
Yeah, official parts supplier, and of course, those beautiful trophies. We passed out, 17 classes. We were only short of one class, but man, TD Designs, Louis Tozier Designs, and then of course Patent Steels for giving us the material to actually make it and allow
Thanks, Louis, for setting that up.
Louis' creative mind to go free on those. And then
All
of course
right.
PCI bringing the official radios.
Saw a big puff of white smoke and burning off that extra oil, and Christopher's going to get up and fired off and moving again. Man, what do they say? Built Ford tough? Gotta love it.
There he goes.
It's a real life Tonka toy.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like it was too violent either, so hopefully nothing too major wrong with that truck, and get back. He's just doing a little shakedown right now through our split lane. But at the top of the board right now, Maddox Bailey.
So it's Bailey, Weitzel, Eggleston, Chiramani, Barry, Pinto, Eder, Reyes, and Paul Vardy. Let's see if Christopher is going to compose himself. He's such an even-killed young man. Nothing really faces him. You know, he's getting his pilot's license. They got their new chase plane. Getting ready to graduate college. Man, he's a go-getter. Also want to thank the Palms River Resort, speaking of Christopher. Big sponsor here for the gas series.
So we'll get one full lap and see how that 94 is fared after that.
How about seeing Nathan Berry in a pro light now? Pretty excited about that. CBR driver, Empire on the side of it.
Weitzel still looking great there, that 59 machine. He was a podium driver yesterday, so currently sitting in that second spot. Favordi already back up to the third spot, so seemed to not phase him at all. Hugo raced the third, the 92 machine in fourth, and Eggleston as we're on the white flag. So final lap here for our Pro Light.
Next up, the Pro 2s.
14th and final qualifying session of the morning, Pro 2 drivers. I think that said it right there. The 94 up into that top spot, 50.415.
Ooh, doggy. Looking for redemption.
I think the truck just might have needed that, you know? Free it up a little.
Shook the cobwebs out, that's for sure. There goes Brody Eggleston. Pretty cool to see him riding around in a pro light there.
Yeah, Sharamani too, the number 75 machine jumping up into the fourth spot just behind Weitzel. We should be seeing him come through here.
And it looks like the fast lap with Polvardi with a 50.415. Max Bailey with a 51.124. Weitzel with a 51.383. All very, very close. Tenths of a second, hundredths of a second. Cross goes Hugo. And he's going to stay in that 7th position there. So it's going to be Polvardi, Bailey, Weitzel, Cheramani, Berry, Eder, the top 6. Let's see what the old inversion is going to be. All right, waiting for his spotter to get up here.
Everybody looking on right now like, oh man, how's that lucky number 6 gonna pull?
Yeah, that's you, Corey.
They're tiptoeing over.
So everybody's pulled 6s. See if you can do something better. No pressure. No pressure.
He's like, I have to?
Oh, what would have been your second choice? Oh, you're lucky, Corey. So he pulls a 2. So Maddox Bailey and Christopher Polvardi are just going to swap spots.
Yeah, we're in for a real
front row.
treat. Yeah, we're going to be in for a real treat in that main event.
So the Pro 2s, Trevor Layton, Dave Mason Jr., it's McCarthy, Eric Jacobus, and Kip Mines. Come on. All right, looks like we're throwing just a little bit of water down here real quick. I think that water truck just caught a little air there, wanting to get him off the track.
All right, as these drivers circulate here for our Pro 2 qualifying session, the 14th and final qualifying session of the morning. See the number 3 of Trevor Layton, big winner yesterday, the 65 of Dave Mason Jr., and then Dennis McCarthy also joining us yesterday down on the podium. Eric Jacobus, Kit Michaels, the 94. Maybe not coming.
Didn't see McCarthy make the call here, gotta wonder. But Layton, Mason, Jacobus, and Michaels are all here.
Yeah, it's so great to have all these new families too joining us here in the series. Some of which I know Dave has known for a long time, and so getting to know them and see them coming out here
See
supporting
some
the
of
gas.
them come back
So
too.
cool. Yeah, come back, right? That was a big thing too.
Yeah, it's huge. Trevor Layton laying it down.
Getting chased down by the drone down the front stretch right here, down into turn number 1. That's that number 3 of Layton. Here comes Mason Jr., the eBay Motors machine. Again, no McCarthy,
Love seeing that.
Jacobus, Michaels. Coming to the tail end of the field here, the 67. Here comes the 94 of Michaels. So already a lap down. We should be seeing the white flag this next time by for the all-white machine here, Trevor Layton.
Layton coming around the right-hander through the center. Whoops. The humps and the bumps. This should be the white flag, right?
White flag this time by. Walker Evans back, driving machine coming through. 52.215, here comes Mason. not quite there. Wow, super close. 4/10 of a second off on that machine. Jacobus and Michaels. So a few seconds off there between Jacobus and Mason Jr. in that second spot. So you can see our two front runners, Leighton and Mason. Again, I think that's what we were saying yesterday, the separation between the drivers here.
Yep. There's checkered flag for Leighton. So far, has the top qualifier, Dave Mason Jr., right behind him. So it's going to be Leighton, Mason. Let's see what Jacobus is going to lay down here, and Michaels too. Oh, something happened to Jacobus, got a little out of shape there. So the checker comes out for Kip. Sleek race in there. And there's Jacobus. Yeah, it was. Michaels comes across third in qualifying. So it's Leighton, Mason, Michaels, Jacobus. So folks, we're going to take a little cause for the pause here. I want to thank everybody tuning in. Make sure you come back 12:45 Pacific time. If you're watching online, if you're here, just get over here when you hear the race car start into the grandstands. Again, thank you for watching Great American Short Course Series. We'll be back, and we're powered by Optima batteries.
I'm Jeremy McGrath, and welcome to Palms River Resort. Palms is a 5-star lifestyle community where you'll make lifelong friends. I mean, some of my favorite things to do are obviously building memories with the family. We get out in the side-by-sides. Of course, I like riding my dirt bike in the hills and taking off in the desert. But I mean, family time in the boat, man, you can't beat it.
UTV 96 is inside this car here for the race.
We use the UTV 96 in this car. I'm using the VP UTV 96 fuel.
Thank you, VP Racing Fuels, for keeping me powered and getting me on top of the box.